Hi,
Hi,
teacher.
Alejandro. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Well, we are coming from the other class,
Okay.
proficiency.
Okay. With Michelle? Oh, no. With
And
Berta, right?
Berta,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Right. Good. Let's just wait for the others. Are you going to do something for the? I think you guys today have the TED. No, not the TED Talk. It's what was it?
Let's
Let's
talk or
talk.
something.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Let's Talk. Are you gonna do something?
Well, with one of my classmates, we will be participating in the other event related with the Thanksgiving.
Okay. All
Uh-huh.
right. All right. Very good. For the
So
cultural
we have
activity.
two teams.
Okay.
So some of them will be doing a performance and maybe a Kahoot, and we
Okay.
will be doing um, Thanksgiving display to
Oh.
select which grateful things would you like to say.
Oh, okay. All
Mhm.
right, good. That's gonna be next Wednesday.
No, today.
Ah, so you're gonna do it today. All right,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Yeah, today the two events. Uh, uh, the first one will be the Thanksgiving, and then the Let's Talk, and then again Thanksgiving.
Okay, so okay.
Mhm.
All right, very
We
good.
have 2 hours today.
2 hours today. All
So
right.
immediately after your class.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you go early. All right, let's just wait for the rest to come. I hope everybody shows up early or they come. This is what you're going to do today. Today and tomorrow, I'm gonna send you the presentations in the via Zoom chat. There are two presentations. One is called the teacher's role, and the other one is who we are as teachers.
Okay.
For these two presentations, what you're going to be doing is you're gonna be working in pairs. So it's gonna be two and two, two in every group. I think we're gonna be like 4 groups because normally I have 8 people.
Okay.
So basically, what you're gonna do in the groups or in the pairs, you're gonna be reading the presentations that I send you, discussing. The idea is for you to finish both presentations between today and tomorrow. Okay, because on Friday, then we're going to have a little discussion as a whole group, Q&A session, kind of like more me asking questions, you telling me proactively, right? The things that you saw from the presentations. So let's just, I'm gonna give at least 5 more minutes for the other people to come. But I'm gonna be sending you the presentations on the chat right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let me.
Miss, I have a question. We don't uh, talk about yet the project, right? The
No,
final project.
no. We haven't talked about the final project. I think I'm gonna because sorry, I'm still trying to uh kind of like figure out if I want you guys to do something like an essay or do something different. So I think next week, probably on Wednesday or Thursday, I'm gonna tell you so you can have enough time. But I don't want you guys to do like an essay or presentation. I want you to do something different. But I need to ground my idea so I can explain it to you because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want just like an essay or something like that. I want something a little bit different. Okay, I want you to check your. Couldn't send this one. That's it. I want you to check the Zoom chat and let me know if you received the two presentations.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Everybody did it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, for now, what I'm gonna ask you is to open the presentations, download the presentations, and open the presentation so you can be ready before I send you to the breakout room. Let's see, in the proficiency class, where the other students or the other classmates that we have in here, were they with you?
Just Andrea.
And there, just in there, right? Is she going to do something for the Let's Talk? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
All right, well, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna separate you guys like this. Alejandro, Ulises and Dana, you guys are gonna work in one group. And Andrea and Aster, you're gonna be working in another group, okay? So again, what I want you to do is you can start with whichever presentation you prefer, but both presentations need to be finished between today and tomorrow, so that on Friday you can have all of that information so we can discuss, okay? I'm gonna be going to the different breakout rooms, just like to see whatever questions you have. And I'll be just there working with you, okay? Ready? Oh, good, yeah. All right, let me send you to the breakout room. If you have questions, I'm gonna be there. Hassan, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with Aster and Andrea, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me, Miss, we only have to read the presentation. We don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, only read the presentation. Ideally, I recommend have like discuss a little bit about the information that you see there, so that you can have different points of view, check whatever perspective you can come up with, but pretty much just read the information.
Okay.
Okay, Hassan is going to be working with you as well, so
Okay.
you can be ready.
So we can start about who we are as teachers.
Okay.
And okay, we have creating a space for learning and engaging our students in the learning process. Um, Okay, I
Okay,
did.
now I can hear you.
Okay, we have, what is the result of effective teaching? What do you think, Andrea? What will be the result of effective teaching?
The students learning the information.
But will be like when we
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I also want for everybody, every group in this case, there are only 2 teams, but okay. I want you guys to also discuss the information that you see in the presentations, okay? Not only read, so that you
Mhm.
can have and listen to different points of view, okay?
Okay.
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 So this is the like the types maybe of facilitator,
Types of teacher, yeah.
democratic, autocratic, autonomy.
Mhm. Yeah, I think in one way or another, we have seen something of this information in this class and in some other ones. And so the way the
I suddenly get out of the room.
Okay, yeah, no, don't worry. Let me send you to the breakout room, okay?
Okay.
I send you the invitation. Check if you receive it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
is the right answer
Yeah.
instead of the process of inquiring
Mhm.
to be
Facilitator. So
Mhm.
student role, it could be like active.
Yes. Yeah, so will be I forget how to say it, but the class will be not only the teacher, so will be teacher students or student teacher too. Okay, next one. Okay, we have pay attention to the following situation. We have parachute. Is going to skydive jump of the airplane tomorrow. He's taking a class to learn how to fold his parachute correctly so that it will open properly for a safe landing. Next one, we have the teacher lectures and demonstrate the steps of folding a parachute. But time was short, so some steps are skipped. When the teacher was asked how the students did in the class, he said they did well. He showed them most of the steps and explained early how to fold the parachute. When he asked the student, do you understand now how to fold your parachute? Some students nodded yes, others just sat there. The teacher assumed that they all understood. What do you think? Do you think Andres parachute will open for a safe landing? I think no. The parachute won't open for a safe landing because the teacher skipped like some steps. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a very extreme example. Imagine
Mhm.
how to how to fold a parachute. And if they don't
Yeah.
all get it, then some of them are gonna splat. on the ground. That's actually really good. I mean, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Or even will be like, I don't know if it is possible in a parachute that you will be like more in one side, so you will be, I don't know, kind of like this. I don't know if it is possible,
Yeah.
but probably can happen. Why we're not sure about Andres parachute will open? Well, we say it because it will the teacher skip some steps. What would you do? What would you say, sorry, to this teacher? Hassan, what would you say?
It's maybe if skipping some steps, it will affect the student. Maybe we have to recall it again, like to be sure that all students they understand what they have to do.
Or even like to don't risk their life because I mean it's like a parachute. So it will be, for example, I don't know, like in the classroom, and for example, the student are seeing like how to I don't know, some like math class. It's okay because tomorrow you can see it, but something like this that is risking their life. I think I will say like that he have to like double check if everyone like understand how to like fold the parachute.
Yes.
Andrea, do you have something to say?
Yeah, in the past, I've had teachers who kind of did this, where like they would take shortcuts, or they would say, "Oh, don't worry, you'll learn about this next year." And then we'd get to next year.
It's very interesting how everything changes and how nowadays we are capable to understand more about it because we didn't pay attention before.
I think that in my times, this teacher roles it doesn't exist. I don't know, but I don't remember anything related with this. Maybe in the university, but in my elementary and middle, no, I don't remember.
Well, I don't know if you have ever heard about the one university. Its name is IPADE, Instituto Panamericano de Alta Dirección Empresarial. Well, they are related with the process of getting a master's degree in administration. And this is the way they used to be working. I mean, always in group or pair groups. But I don't know if they took it from an American university because most of the papers that you are dealing with were taken from Harvard University. But I don't know if the way they used to teach maybe was taken as well from Harvard. I don't know. But they used to be working in that way where the teacher is a facilitator always. So now I am linking those stories with this information, and now I can comprehend that they were working in that way at that university. You know, that university has some campus on Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey, IPADE. But maybe in some other higher school education could be working in that way. I don't know. Now I comprehend that the party was working in that way.
I don't know. What about the big universities like Harvard or something? In movies, we always see like big classrooms.
Oh yeah,
with many people.
Yeah, the classroom from the IPADE are not the traditional ones. They are a kind of auditory. you know, as if you were watching a movie at the cinema. So that's the kind of classroom that they have. So you, as soon as you enter, you feel as if you were entered to a cinema, and the teacher is at the front. But he has a lot of screens, one very close to you and one at the front and in the other side. So it doesn't matter wherever you take a seat, you will be able to be watching all the screens. It doesn't matter your angle of vision, you will be able to be reading, and you can make you know.
More than a student center. So like as I mentioned, like it's dependent on the level that you have.
Then, I mean, like you recommend that, for example, with the kids, we're like a facilitator, and with like the teens and adults, we change our like our role,
Yeah,
or
I
it
mean,
backwards.
yeah, it's like being like for a kids, like 4 or 5 years, it could be like a teacher as the head and he must control the class. Being like about 10 years old and more, it could be like easier for teacher to be as a facilitator.
Mhm. You, Andrea, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, ideally, we can make it easier for them to learn and to the point where they no longer need us. Then that means we did our job.
Okay. Or we have created a safe learning environment where students' learning is facilitated and observed. What do you think with that?
Yeah, this ties into other things we've seen. That part of the classroom is creating a safe environment.
I think like here, as Hassan like says, depending of the level, like about the facilitated and observed, but the safe environment could be like in all the levels.
Yeah.
I think. Let's see. And where I have evidence that my students have learned and new knowledge and skills, and where I can measure the effectiveness of that learning.
Yeah.
I think will be, or I think I am a mix of both, like a facilitator and like, I don't know how I can name this, but like normally I take my time to see if the students like understand the topic and how like effective my way of teaching it was. And I don't know if it is like this, because we want to know like the new knowledge and skills that the students now have. Maybe it's like that.
Yeah.
Right, Hassan?
So I still thinking about it.
Concepción Romo.
Concepción Romo. Oh, I was in psychology,
Mhm.
but in 1997 to 2002, I had a great teachers in this career in La Uni. But yeah, it was very traditional, and sometimes the teacher uh, arrives like late. Yeah. But yeah, it's very, very traditional, the uni.
Yeah, well, I
Mhm.
think it doesn't matter where you are teaching. I mean, the school. Uh, you will always need a continuous improving or updating of the way you used to teach, because we cannot stay forever uh, making use of given um, way of teaching. I mean, sometimes we need to change something just to improve or
Mhm.
to be updated with new ideas. I mean, in this topic, things are always changing, so we need to be updated.
Yeah. I think that now maybe it's different
Hmm.
in these times. We have a lot of technology these days.
Hmm. Yeah, that could be the main difference.
Okay. The about the roles. This is controller. Said the teacher is in complete charge of the class.
Hmm.
What students do, what they say, and how they say it.
Uh-huh.
The teacher assumes his role when a new language is being introduced. An accurate reproduction and drilling techniques are needed. It's more like a traditional teacher.
Yeah, in this way, I think the students are very passive. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not participating, just
Mhm.
listening.
Mm-hmm. The teacher is the center of focus.
Mm, I think this kind of teacher is for the ones who didn't like don't like to participate in classes. For them, it's like okay, he has to do everything.
It's a teacher like it says can inspire through their own knowledge and expertise. Like the students enjoy this class because they see the teacher like a role model. I think.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's very traditional.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Where
cool.
the teacher is the maximum authority.
It's a
Yeah.
could have a lack of variety in these activities.
Hmm.
Yeah. The prompter. Teacher encourage students participate and make suggestions. The teacher should be helping students only when necessary.
So
Okay.
I understand that in this case, the teacher will be helping the student just in case that something wrong happens
Mm-hmm.
or maybe missing, just in case. So if everything is running, the teacher will let them run in the same in the normal in the regular way. So he will be just only correcting your procedure if it's necessary.
Maybe the learner was autonomy.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, in one way.
Yeah. The resource.
Told you, I've been seeing the did, like the auxiliary.
Yeah.
And then I explain it, but then they are like, but the did here, what is the function of the did? And I told you, it's an auxiliary. You don't have to translate that in Spanish. Okay, but how will be that question in Spanish? And I say it in Spanish. And then they say like, but the did, where is the did? And I say, I told you that the did is not, doesn't have a translation in Spanish where it's with, you know, like in auxiliary. But they are like, okay. And then 5 minutes or 10 minutes is like, okay, but now the did here is working as a, and they like get confused because they don't pay like attention, and what are they doing is that they are learning by doing like the grammar translation.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's not, because they are going to lose time too. Like, okay, for example, in this question, how did they view your students? Okay, how is like como, do is, and then hacer, you is like do, and something like that. Or they don't translate the all phrases. They are just
Yeah.
word by word. Mhm.
Yeah, it's like as I mentioned it, like the woman like was translating from Spanish to English, but I was like with her like about 20 minutes explaining like the same thing. And I thought at the end I told her, you don't have to translate from Spanish to English. Because like grammar structure like in English is different than Spanish. But at the end, I don't know if she understand or not. Because like she was asking, and then I told her, yeah, this is like the structure in English, but in Spanish, we don't have to translate. But maybe I think she has like an idea, but I don't know. She will be like maybe ask another one.
Yeah, it's just that they happen the same. Or like in Spanish they want to, for example, let's say like mi comida favorita son las gorditas. They want to say like gorditas in English. It's like, but how is the translation of gorditas in English? And then I don't, they don't have translation. So how can I say like my favorite food is gorditas? And I say like yes, but they normally want to translate everything
Yeah.
to Spanish, to English, or English to Spanish. Yeah. Let's see. Next.
I start coming up with a million examples, enchiladas, all that, and like none of them translate.
Like chicharrón, or like, I don't know, chilaquiles. Yeah, there is like no translation at all. But stop talking about food because I'm hungry.
I know.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, we must to do the activities for the week and upload, and she just give us like feedback.
Oh yeah, so that was a kind of learning by yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we
But
used to
this subject, it was online, just online.
say.
No, like now, um, like traditional online classes, like they gave the material and the activities, and you need to do it by yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I that remind me a teacher that I had at the university when I was taking the subject of calculus, most of the time when we were about to get the exam, we have not complete the schedule of the different topics that we have to see during the month. And even though we have not finished it, the exam will be in the next session. And he used to tell us, well, the rest of the material will be for self-study. Good luck.
Oh,
Yeah, I can not forget that situation. That was a traditional way that he used to be teaching us.
mm-hmm.
Mhm. But he felt himself very well because he has completed the subject. But the point is that a quarter or a third was for self-study.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that this is the
Mhm.
assessor way.
But what it says this is like if they not communicate correctly, it will be like making feel he can make the students feel bad, and it can affect the self-esteem. So as an assessor, it's supposed that we have to make the corrections,
Mm-hmm.
but try to make it in a good way, like with the give feedback or criticism to the students, as we saw in pragmatics. So he also has to communicate to the students and to let them know what is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you are learning by self-study, maybe you could be gaining a lot of self-esteem when you can get the final object by yourself. You will comprehend that you were ready
Yes.
to learn
Also,
in that way.
when I was in Filosofía, in that class in psychology,
Uh-huh.
my teacher, she was like an assessor because we have to give the class. So we have to read the topic
Uh-huh.
and try to understand by ourselves the topic, to try to explain to the other ones. And in the classroom, while we were like giving the class, she made like interventions to explain if we didn't know something. She explained to us,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and but she teach the topic at the moment we were present the class, but not before. Not
Okay.
like teacher at night, like she give the topic and then we have to prepare a class or an activity concerning with the topic. No, we have to learn the topic by ourselves and try to understand by ourselves. And then at that
Mm-hmm.
moment, she was like giving like examples or analogies or something like that to understand more. But because about for example, the operant conditional, I saw in psychology that topic, but I didn't understand it till teacher had explained, because the ones who explained that class were like my classmates, but they also were lost. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my teacher was like that.
Okay. This is the organizer.
I think at the end of the day, the teacher must be taking a kind of mixture of the different roles that he should be playing. Sometimes trying to adapt himself to the kind of group that he is in charge.
Mhm.
Because maybe with some kind of students, you need to be an assessor, and with other ones, you
Like take time to see, and then they are start thinking, and they are like, okay, so in the first rule, I don't know, we use, for example, have or get, and the verb stay in the base form. Okay, let's see like that. And then in the other one that is passive, we can use the past participle, the past participle, and like that. But they are seeing after the explanation, but like a little bit introduction about the topic, they can like figure it out about what it is. So it's like I just put it like on the table the topic, and they start like matching. Okay, so we have because of this, or to the when it when it's the past participle, okay, is because of this, so they do like the job, we can say that. Mhm.
It's like with that, like it means that we have to give them like structure, and then we have to give like more example, because with the example, student they can master like the tense or whatever we are teaching.
Mhm. Yeah, we don't have time.
We didn't even finish the first one.
No, how many we have? We have
And
like
then we have an
10.
entire other presentation.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Everybody's back. Okay. So, how did you feel with the presentation and the inform? Well, with both of you, like both teams, actually selected the opposite presentations. Aster, Andrea, and Hassan, they were talking about who we are as teachers. Dan, Alejandro, and Ulises were talking about teacher's role. Teacher's role is a little bit. I think it's like 13 slides, so it's
yeah, the
less
like,
than than the other one. But how did you feel with the information before I let you go?
Yes. No. Will be well, it's just that we couldn't finish the presentation because we have like a lot of examples.
Mhm.
So was good like to see like this. For example, we were talking about the background of the students, if it is good or if they come as an empty base, I think. And what they want is that we, with our information, we just like pull it out. And was great to have like this conversation like with Andrea and with Hassan, because we have like a lot of example. Was not only like read it and then okay, so next is like no, we like share our experience, and we enrich the presentation.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's the idea. I'm sorry if there's a lot of noise, but my parents decided to
Right now.
yeah, remodel the house, and it's pretty much next to my bedroom. So, okay. Yeah, so in this case, the idea is that you guys enrich the presentation with your examples. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yes, that's what we have to do. What about Alejandro, Dana, Ulises? How did you feel with the information?
We could identify our old teachers. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah,
We
normally when we see that, yeah.
mhm. Like when we are in elementary or when we go to university, we
Yeah,
could like identify with these roles.
Yeah, pretty much. You get to realize like you start remembering the specific teachers that you had, like the ones that you thought, okay, he's really good. It's because maybe this was his role, and this one it was a really bad teacher. So you start like, maybe he had like this little, like the type of, I don't know, controller or something. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Tomorrow we're gonna continue with what you left with. I don't know, whatever slide you were working on. We're gonna continue so you can finish both presentations tomorrow. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So for now, that's it. I'm gonna let you go. Tomorrow we're gonna continue doing this. You're gonna be with the same people in the same groups, and then on Friday now we're gonna have a whole conversation as a whole group. Okay.
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 Right. So for now, that's it. I'm gonna let you go, and if anything, let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you.
teacher.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Thank you.
You
Bye
have a
bye.
Sorry.
Thank
good
you.
day.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.